Morning. You ever wake up in a house and smell propane? Happened to me. So we're starting the day off hunting down a propane leak. You say push in on that. My tank's down to 5%, so I wonder if I'm just smelling what's coming through that boiler because it's so low. Yeah, because I know my propane furnace, if I ran out, I'd smell propane. Okay, I didn't realize it was that low. Okay, sounds good. So that was our local gas guy on the phone walking me through a couple little things to check for. Like I told him, our tank is just about empty. Now, in the past with my old house, when my tank got real low, sometimes I'd start smelling propane in the house because there wasn't enough propane to actually light the furnace. But here we have a gas boiler, and that boiler was lit this morning. So, I don't know. He's gonna come over and check it out. It's one of them things that's just kind of explosive, you know, and makes me nervous. So glad he's going to come check that out for me. I'll take a soap down here and spray a couple connections. There's only a couple places that are connected, so we'll go spray those and see what we got. Oh, our boiler is no longer lit. So that's what it is. I think we just ran out, but here we got a line. No bubbles there. No bubbles there. I think we just ran out of propane. Well, I kind of feel stupid, but that's way better than having a propane leak. Well, now that we've got that problem kind of figured out, the rest of the agenda for the day is spread and lime. But first, I think I'm going to have to go climb up the top of the grain leg and fix a leak we got up there at the old place. Got a guy coming, got a guy delivering a planter, so you guys have probably heard me drop some hints about this, but we are demoing a Massey Ferguson corn planter this year. Very excited about that. Decked out with some of the latest and greatest technology, and yeah, really excited about that. But anyways, that is coming today. What else do we have going on? Oh, guys from Londonderry are coming to hook up the strip till bar and get BJ going with that. There was a couple things that needed programmed that they were going to do for us, so yeah, big day, lots of stuff going on. We've got a high chance of rain tonight, all day tomorrow, so kind of wanting to make the most out of this daylight we have, this dry weather we have, and then looks like the rest of the week's favorable, so hopefully we can knock out a bunch of strip till acres. And then we need to get the VT fired up sometime this week, but there's a lot of fertilizer that needs spread too. The guys from Underfirth are here. They're helping BJ get started with the Raptor. There is an update they have to do to the actual bar, and then I think they're programming his blockage monitor. That was the main reason we didn't use it this weekend was, well, if we had a row plugged, we wouldn't have known it, and we'd have found out eventually in about July, June or July. Been a little too late then. But I've got to go get started spreading lime because BJ needs the JCB loader to load the fertilizer truck. So we still have our old front end loader, but it's getting a little tired, and right now it doesn't want to work. It's kind of protesting. We got a massive hydraulic leak with it. Got to get a cylinder rebuilt, I think. All right, there we go. We got lime piles. Perfect. Yeah, back to bouncing through the field. So BJ worked that field all the way over to where I ran out. And then he also worked a few of those fields over there that we have limed in the, or not limed, that we tiled. Because they were still kind of rough, and that sulfur moves enough dirt, it should smooth them up quite a bit. But that's the first time those fields have had heavy tillage in probably a decade or two, other than the tile plow. Anybody else have random shade trees in the field? Now, until a few years ago, that was a property line. We've only owned this farm for 3 years now. The farm beside it we've owned, that was the first piece of ground Dad bought on his own in 1976. He's 26 years old. Anyways, this farm is now part of that farm, so we need to tear this tree line out because that used to be the property line. But yeah, we have the stuff to do that. We should probably just go ahead and do that. It's kind of inconveniently located right in the way. Now, some of the other farms that we've farmed over the years would have random shade trees in the middle of nowhere, and I'd always heard from old timers that was for plow horses. It was a place to rest a horse. Now, we haven't plowed with horses in this area in well over probably 100 years, be my guess. It wasn't around then, go figure. But there's still some of those old shade trees out in the middle of nowhere. Not many of them left, but every now and then you'll find one. So this is the last of the lime that's down here. As soon as I get done loading, Dad is taking this over to BJ so he can load up fertilizer. And then hopefully by the time they get that, and I get that spread off, we'll have another shipment of lime. So there's 2 more loads, and then that's all the lime for the year. That will finish this farm, and that's all we're gonna lime. It's time to spread fertilizer. So I just got a call that our planter's about here. In fact, I see it now. So heading over to the shop, tell that guy where to drop it, and then we'll get back to spreading. We also got to check out the planter. I mean, this is kind of a big deal. I'm thoroughly excited to be trying out a brand new planter. We'll be planting with a 2020 again this year. So this is a precision outfitted planter. We had been using an ag leader planter. Had nothing against precision. That's just what we had at the time. And well, I've used a 2020 before and I liked it. So we'll see how it goes. See how it goes this year. We're just going to park this thing over here for now. The tractor that we are currently spreading with is the tractor that'll get hooked to this, our Fendt 1038. So until I'm done, we're going to park it here. Probably a little quicker to move a planter than a tractor. So a little bit about what this thing has on it, and we'll get an in-depth talk about it at some point, but some of the goodies, we got VSET meters, we've got a speed tube, and we've got reveal row cleaners. So pretty excited to try those. Then we also have fertilizer. We won't be running fertilizer this year, but this planter does have liquid fertilizer on it. I think it's time to take a break from getting ready for corn planting and get some lunch. You know what that lunch is going to be? It's going to be a factor meal, of course. The question is just which factor meal are we going to choose? Because we have options. All right, looking through here in the refrigerator, looks like choices between beef bowl and chipotle rub pork chop. I'm going with pork chops. So in 2 minutes, we will have us a delicious meal. And while we're waiting on that, it'd be a good time for you guys. Check the link in the description. Go to factor75.com. Use code BFV50 to get yourself 50% off your first order and 20% off your next order after that, as long as you're a subscriber. So yeah, check that out, and we'll be throwing this in the microwave and ready to eat. So even with a busy schedule, like, you know, getting ready for spring planting, still get a delicious meal because, like I said, it only takes 2 minutes. Planter's right out there. I'm right in here. I think this whole lunch break we're going to have less than 10 minutes. It's real good. I don't even like tomatoes, and that's good. So one of the great things about Factor, not only am I able to stick to my nutrition goals by eating these Factor meals, I can also stick to my work goals and not using a lot of time to do things like eat lunch. So it helps me be more productive in multiple different ways, really. So if you would like to, you know, again, try out a Factor meal, use code BFV50, get yourself 50% off your first order and then 20% off your order after that, as long as you are a subscriber to Factor. So that's factor75.com. There'll be a link in the description. Yeah, check it out. And thank you to Factor for sponsoring this video. Now, let's get back to Rich on this planter. Now that's a truck right there. That's Perk. That is a beautiful semi. Good news is we got plenty of lime to haul. Plenty of lime to spread for a while. That is a very, very pretty truck. I always wanted something like that, a 379 Pete or 389, but I figured after a couple years it'd be just like every other farm truck. It'd be dirty, rock chipped, and just be what it'd be. I'd still take one though, if anyone wanted to donate one to the cause. Well, that's it. We're done spreading lime. Back to the shed we go with this thing, and into the floater we'll be. Alright, we are going to go spread now. Floater's loaded, we're ready to roll. So I'm going to check my Tempest weather station to see what kind of wind we're getting right now. We got a little bit of wind today. It says that we've had a minimum 0.3 mile an hour wind, maximum 19, average 6. So, we've also had 0 inches of rain today. Yep. So if you would like a Tempest weather station, there is a link in the description. We are an affiliate of those. But that is, so far, been one of the best weather stations we've ever had. We've had it for a year and a half, hasn't broke. Always been pretty simple. And I like that it keeps historical track of your rainfall. That way, when you're in the middle of a dry season, you can just be kind of depressed. Buy with caution, I guess. Let's get our variable rate file pulled up here. So with these variable rate files, there's just a lot of fields that don't require any potash here. I put entirely too much in here. Now it is starting to get a little windier than I would like to see it to apply, so I am going to park this for now, and we'll probably just have to apply more tomorrow or the next day if possible. It seems dumb to quit for wind, but we're throwing a very lightweight product into a fan and sending it into the air, so wind really does affect your fertilizer when you're using a broadcast spreader. Now if we had an air boom like Larson's used to use, not a big deal. Strip till bar, not a big deal with it. I mean, BJ doesn't care if it's windy, but with this, it does affect it. We've put a lot of time and money into being as accurate as we can, and spreading right now would not be a very accurate thing to do. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you would, do me a favor and thumbs up the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Also, kind of a big ask here, if you would, do me a favor. This being a sponsored video, it really helps support the channel if you guys click that link. If you don't order anything, no big deal, but clicking that link shows advertisers that, hey, what they're doing is working, and it kind of helps our channel a little bit. So if you would, click that for me, and we'll see you guys in the next one.